Turning your head to see a new day calling. Does it feel like a head to lean on? A snapshot from where you were born. I'm looking for your hand in the rough. You're caught in the wire. Will I lift you
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Crossfire Stars 2016 Grand Finals, and we are down to just 4 teams remaining here, Danny. It's going to be a very intense match on the way as well. We've got FlipSid Tactics taking on ruLegends.
FlipSid, oh yeah, definitely. As you can tell, biased caster right here, unfortunately rooting for FlipSid all the way. And I'm so happy to say that, you know, they've banked at least some sort of prize money. I mean, you know, they've got, what is it? They're at least guaranteed 4th place now, which, you know, if you don't come 4th place or above, you do not get any prize money. And, you know, for someone like me, diehard FlipSid fan, I'm so happy for them right now.
Yeah, and overall, I'm just excited to see the new mix of top 4 teams that we do have. I mean, we have Kawhi guaranteed a top 4, along with ruLegends, who are teams in the past really struggled to make those kind of positions. Yeah. But Colombia and Russia, they've got to be proud of those 2 teams.
I think Colombia have surprised everyone, probably even themselves.
Definitely, I mean, and just looking at their performance, they cannot be disappointed no matter what happens at this point. But looking at our MVP from that last game from ruLegends, definitely some great plays from him. He had a huge quad kill as well that basically gave our ruLegends the momentum to take themselves into the semifinals. And now they're going to face a very difficult team here, though, guys. FlipSid Tactics have been very phenomenal leading up to this one, but just taking a look at some of these plays from ruLegends in that previous match, they definitely came out swinging in Pacific War. They just weren't ready to stand up to the heat here. Right now, though, guys, we are going to be leading into FlipSid and ruLegends. It's going to be our very first best of 3, but looking at these 3 maps, we've got Port, Subbase, and Ankara coming up.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on them on this matchup?
It's going to be interesting. I mean, so the teams actually crossed maps off stage. So you actually won't see them, you know, on the stream, but they crossed out Mexico and what was it? Mexico
and Black Widow.
Black Widow, yeah, there you go.
Here.
I'm really surprised they crossed Black Widow actually, but you know, then again, ruLegends and Team FlipSid, these guys have been screaming their life off, literally screaming and practicing their life off against each other. I would know well, considering I provided accounts to ruLegends for Crossfire Europe. So, I mean, really, you know, these guys are no strangers to each other. There's probably, I know the reason why they would cross out something like Mexico. Mexico is one of those maps where it's just an A map. There's just all skirmishes in mid. It's really, you know, whoever has the most godlike of aimers will generally always win that. Black Widow, however, Black Widow is the one that I'm like, why not something like let's say Subbase, for example, or even Ankara? Why not Ankara? So I don't know, I'm really quite skeptical about why they crossed it, but again, like I said, these guys are no strangers to each other. Speaking to FlipSid, literally just before they got into the play booth, they said that, you know, we're confident, we know how these guys play, so obviously there's a reason behind that bans. Now coming towards the maps, Port is going to be an interesting first map, I think. Port, like if it was something like Subbase, I'd probably, you know, almost definitely lead towards FlipSid. because I know how good FlipSid are on subbase. You know, I'm pretty sure they played who is the Remo Brave on subbase 10-3, 10-3. Now, you know, we do have the Portuguese casters down there. Unfortunately, the camera doesn't go to them. But if I said to them 10-3, the looks on their faces won't be quite you know, quite as, you know, as happy as mine.
Definitely, they had a tough loss there from the guys on Brave, who in the group stage looked like they could have made a great run, but unfortunately they did fall short there in their match against FlipSid. But FlipSid, they have definitely stepped it up today as well, showing us what they're made of, and now this is their chance to bring Europe into yet another grand finals. It would be
I mean, like, so the best thing is right now is like, you know, as some people may find it hard to admit, Penta Sports last year in Crossfire Stars 2015 sort of had the easiest ticket to get to second place. But the fact that FlipSid now have gotten into top 4 without, you know, having such an easy run, I am pleased to say, you know, they should be very proud of, and they should own that. They should honestly own that. Go onto the ESL forums or whatever forums they use, and they, to be honest, I wouldn't care if they even boasted about it, because they have earned it.
Definitely, they've shown us what they're made of, coming out of arguably the hardest group to make it out of as well.
Group B was the toughest.
They beat Freedom not only once but twice, which is a huge statement because Vietnam, they're notorious for not only making playoffs but generally being a top 4 placing team, and to beat a team like that twice
to
really
beat
shows
Boss
them.
CFVN, come on.
Yeah.
Boss CFVN, like if you guys do not know who Boss CFVN is, literally right now, open up a new tab, go into YouTube and look for Boss CFVN and watch one of their games. I'd probably recommend you watch Boss CFVN versus AG in CFGI. And that was just an incredible game. If you haven't had the pleasure of watching that, please go ahead, take some time out and watch that game, because that game was nuts.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, all of those matches from the Invitational were just crazy, but now looking at these two teams, a best of 3, I think ruLegends is really going to have their work cut out for them. And with this map specifically, what I'm going to be looking for is FaZe with those early aggressive picks. We saw them the first showing, especially against Freedom. You just know for your peaks A long and mid, and he loves to work his way up there. But it is going to be FlipSid as well, starting on the Blacklist side, and it tends to be their more comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. The FlipSid's sort of, you could say, mentality of walking into this one is if you can set the bar on Blacklist side and get the sort of momentum, and say you win the first half 6-3, 7-2, 5-4 with that 1 round advantage, you can generally then, you know, play however you want on Global Risk side. I mean, even though that's how you should be doing it. Like, when you come into a tournament, you don't want to start throwing in new strategies. Always play your game. Always, you know, play how you wish. But most of the time, Blacklist side is always the most favored side, because you can do such things to throw off your enemies. Definitely. Especially like first round pushes.
Yeah, and I think FlipSid, they're very, very methodical in how they play this map. I know a lot of the times I've seen them play, even outside of this map, they're one of the few teams that isn't afraid to throw in a lot of double fakes, and I think that is one thing that is a very strong suit for them. But it looks like ruLegends is just about ready to go, but looking at a quick roster rundown for the guys on FlipSid, we've got 7 Snox, Dennis, Vise, and FaZe. But looking at that roster, who do you think are the players we should be keeping our eyes on in this best of 3?
In this best of 3, it's gonna be FaZe. It's gonna be FaZe, Snox. Yeah, we got FaZe picking his nose there, unfortunately. Ew. Come on, FaZe, what are you doing, bro? You got a game to play. We got FaZe, Snox, Luca, aka 7 there, sorry. Next to him we have Vise, and lastly that should be Dennis. Yeah, so I'd probably say definitely keep a close eye on FaZe. Keep an eye on Dennis and Snox as well. Just those 3, I'd probably say. Dennis, not so much. I feel as though Dennis is sort of leaning off a little bit, but he did get a 1v3, a really good 1v3 against Remo Brave, I think. So I'd probably swap out Dennis for Vise. FaZe, Snox, and Vise probably. As for ruLegends, Vase for his MVP performance last game, Vase, Asa, and probably Drace if he steps up. If he doesn't step up, I'd probably say Xewer.
Yeah, I was actually going to say Xewer in that last game. He seemed to be like the trade king for ruLegends on subbase. Even though he wasn't getting a lot of huge clutch plays, he was always there to shut someone down when it mattered most.
Definitely. So all players are readying up right now. We did unfortunately have a little bit of monitor issues with Treek, but it looks like that is all hunky-dory right now, and we should be jumping in real soon. I know also whenever ruLegends do get a good pick, no, sorry, not a good pick, but if ruLegends do start to get a couple of rounds, we will see Arsa throwing his hands up in the air and hyping up his team, which is what we want to see, honestly. Like, you know, if your team is like so dead and you're not sort of hyping them up and, you know, making them feel good, it's, you know, it's not, it sort of does decrease performance in a sense, like in certain players. I'm not saying all, but in certain, yes.
Yeah, and I'm actually interested looking at the map here, guys. I'm wondering how ruLegends is going to respond to how FlipSid loves to control that A-long presence, just because I haven't really seen a breakout performance from any sniper on the side of ruLegends.
I wouldn't say A-long performance, but I'd say connector 100%. Because FlipSid, because they have FaZe, and Penta are notorious for this, is Penta / FaZe would always want A connector control. Now, I don't know if there's a certain thing about A connector like that they love, but you know, they're one of the few teams or well, you know, past teams and you know players that can play connector so well that it's almost always you know, a necessity for them. Like, I feel as though sometimes FaZe always needs to be either an A connector or doing the Harvey jump, which is extremely good at. And you pointed this out. I don't know if it was on stream, but you did point this out to me, you know, towards the side, saying that FaZe, his Harvey jumping is so good. For those of you who don't know what Harvey jumping is, as we're exploring the map, if you go up through middle, there is a ladder on your side which goes over towards A connector. As you go up the ladder, if you jump off, there's like a little ledge on your left which you can run along, and if you know how to do it correctly, you can actually jump and sort of shift your character towards the right to jump the ledges and get towards the other side of the bridge, which is you know, just a great technique if you know how to do it, that is.
Yeah, definitely something that not a lot of teams I've seen really use that effectively, but I think FlipSid overall, the way they play Port is just unique to any other team. They're so forced on their control of mid. Most teams, they actually tend to give it up. I like how FlipSid isn't afraid to go in and take the control. Alright guys, and we're going to be going right into the action here. Now it is going to be a showdown, best of 3, our very first one of the day as well, guys. FlipSid and ruLegends going head-to-head here, and it's going to be Port to start things off here. But right now, it is going to be ruLegends starting off on the defense. FlipSid getting their more favored attacking Blacklist side to start this one off. But right now, it is going to be some very passive play now coming out from FlipSid. They're actually not too eager to push in anywhere just yet. Meanwhile, we do have lower control of B tunnels going into the hands of ruLegends. They're just going to be having Drace play on that slight corner peek here in the lower B tunnels. But right now, it is going to be FlipSid trying to work their way slowly up towards this B long peak. But it is going to be Vase playing here in the upper B barn area. And here comes the peek. Snox, is he going to be ready for this reaction shot? No one seems to connect him, but finally Snox, he's going to work his way in and grab one now. It is going to be a 4-on-3 situation as Drace was able to trade one, but not quite enough to make an impact just yet. They have to work their way into the site now. Snox and Vise very low on HP as well, and it's going to be Arsa trying to charge his way in and challenge this B barn, but it is going to be Vise picking up another here. Shriek and Executor trying to keep the dream alive, though. It's going to be one on the board for them. Executor gets another, and now it's going to be down to a 1-on-2. Dennis and FaZe trying to make this one happen here, and it is going to be a very close situation. Executor, though, looking for the quad kill to start things off and make a huge impact for ruLegends. He gets the 3rd kill, but the 4th is not going to go his way, and Dennis is going to clean things up nicely to start off this one.
Yep, a good start that coming out from FlipSid. Like we said, these guys are no strangers to each other, and yes, Snox doing well to get that first initial pick, but first round does go over towards FlipSid, and it looks like ruLegends are going to try switching things up a little bit. They're probably going to send a boost up in towards this A connector right here. Yeah, it looks like XUA will be the one to go in, and this should be good for XUA. No, he actually failed the jump, unfortunately, and now it looks like they're actually going to go ahead and retry the jump. Shouldn't really affect them too much. No, XUA just can't do it. He can't do it. He just can't get the jump. A little pre-fire shot goes over towards A long here just in case. FaZe is literally ready for that A connector, and that actually sucks for ruLegends. They couldn't actually quite do the jump. So at this point, FaZe could have been dead.
Yeah, it's going to be a crucial mistake there, not being able to hit that jump. They could have easily had that kill onto FaZe, but now they give the map control over to the hands of the guys on ruLegends now. It's going to be Snox, though, working his way up into the B barn. He's going to be trying to find some sort of a pick here over towards the B bomb side, but Vase, he's getting into a great position here to try and challenge this, but Snox, he might be able to spot him there, but Vase gives away his position. Dennis connects there through the smoke. It is going to be quite a good start here coming out here for FlipSid, but right now they're going to charge through, but Drace gets a nade kill there onto Dennis, and now it's going to be a difficult situation here, as now it is going to be Drace trying to hold on to side. He picks up another, he picks up a third kill. They get 4 for the round here. Drace going huge here, and it's going to be Vise all alone in a 1-on-3 situation. Things looking very positive for ruLegends right now. Drace, though, he can't get the ace. Vise picks up 1, and now it's going to be Treek and Arsa to clean that one up, and ruLegends tie this one right up, but wow, what a great play there on that B-bomb side hold.
Yeah, Drace with an incredible 3K, and like we said, so long as he steps up, definitely a guy to watch out for, and he just delivered with that 3-piece. And once again, it looks like ruLegends going to try their hands at this AC boost. Once again, nades will actually go out, and a couple of smokes as well. The B-side player is actually spotting B-box room instead of playing on site. So let's see what happens. They do have a player on CT as well. Skirmish towards that A-long. Dennis will get the first kill onto Drace, but it doesn't matter that he instantly gets traded up by Exua. FaZe, though, with the sniper, collects Vase. And now it's going to be 4v3 situation here in favor of Team FlipSid. Vise still towards that B-long, has a smoke in hand. And let's see what FlipSid do. They do have bomb control as well. They're going to just drop it right outside of A. So I'm assuming they probably are going to be wanting to push up. We do have a player pushing up towards B long as well, I think. And that is Arsa. He has a player literally on his right, and he does spot him. That was Vise. He takes him out, ties things up here, 3v3 situation. But let's see what FlipSid do. They are wanting to go towards this A side, and it probably would be a really good idea as there's only one man towards that A. And I'm assuming it could be Treek. Yeah, it most likely is going to be Treek. He has the sniper in hand. If they can make him miss one shot and then punish him with a flash or so, maybe they could actually win this round. But let's see. A minute and 5 seconds left on the clock now. Bomb about to get picked up. And it looks like FlipSid are going to start grouping up here. I feel as though they may just go towards B bomb side. And ruLegends, I'm assuming, think that also. But let's see. Bomb in mid. And let's see where they take this. Most likely, yeah, it's going to be over towards the A bomb side, definitely. FlipSid already with their smokes and flashes. FaZe just getting into position here. This could actually be a mid push as well. So let's see. Smokes go out. 7 crouching up ahead. Snox actually going to go ahead and do the jump. He has a player in CT. They're going to start pushing over towards this A side. Treek peeks out, collects the kill onto Snox. Exua though finds the kill in CT as well onto 7. It's all up to FaZe, but he can't do anything. Treek collects the double kill. And that is going to be 2-1 to Team ruLegends.
Definitely a great start from them, but Treek, he definitely has to be the MVP of that round, making sure he didn't let that Harvey jump catch him off guard. He picks up 1 and another to close up the round, and that's going to be ruLegends taking the lead here, guys, but things are looking very positive for them. Some great response time coming out from them on that mid execution, but FlipSid, they definitely need to be careful here. They almost gave it away a little bit too much on that mid push, but still quite a bit of match left to be played here, and things are still very close. Treek, though, going to be playing over towards B long now with that Om in hand, and it is going to be him actually the lone defender here of this B bomb site area. It's going to be a focus towards mid and A coming out from ruLegends this time around, but still FlipSid very hesitant to go for these early challenges and actually playing very reserved from what we're used to seeing from them. It's going to be Snox just posting up outside of B long 7, barely looking on this A connector peak in mid, and it's just going to be a very interesting hold coming out, but it looks like they are going to divert their attention over towards A now, and it looks like they may go for a full execution here. They're grouping up, and it looks like we may see the push come out. It is just going to be one player holding the flank, but FaZe, he's already in position to go for this A top peak, but the question is, can he land this shot? No, it's going to be a missed shot coming out from him. Skewer, though, not able to trade either, and it's still going to be a 5-on-5 as they push in here, but Snox is actually going to back off with Dennis here.
Yeah, definitely. Bomb was actually lurking in that base, so they only pushed up to see if they could get initial frag or not, but it doesn't matter though. FaZe will actually find it onto Treek. Treek missing the shot that towards B long, and he's going to get punished heavily for that. 55 seconds left on the clock here. This is looking like a good advantage here for Team FlipSid. 5v4 situation. Smoke will go down in that mid. Actually, no, that goes into deep CT, actually. That is interesting. And shots being fired in that mid. 7 finds the kill onto Arsa. Beautiful shots there. And they're probably going to gear up for this A-take. Flash is ready. Does go over. Another skirmish in mid on from bridge. But no shots connecting. 30 seconds left on the clock here. You have one player left in CT. That is actually where he finds the kill onto Vise. Exua still holding that angle, finds himself a double kill as well. FaZe didn't collect the one onto Dracy, a multi-kill for Exua through the box. FaZe clutches one onto FaZe as well, and now just like that, 2v1 situation, and Exua! What a god!
Oh my goodness, there an insane Deeg shot to finish off a beautiful quad kill for the round, and they actually won that in a 2-on-5 situation. And FlipSid, for the first time, seeming to basically get stomped in that round by FaZe. He will answer back with a nice shot there. He's going to take down Treek, but still, they have to be feeling a little bit scared after that. Just take a look at Excuer's score right now, 9-2, just 4 rounds played, and that is an insane performance from him so far, being the MVP of this matchup. He's done so much work along with Drace in this half already, and if they can continue this forward, FlipSid Tactics could be looking at a very, very tough first map, and it looks like Excuer's going for the boost as well. This time he'll hit it right on the first try, and now this is where FlipSid, they really need to put one on the board. Otherwise, this could be a very interesting first map for ruLegends to try and run away with. But remember, this is the map that ruLegends took away from AG 10-5. So it's not a map that we can take them lightly on. They've shown that they can perform against the best of teams on this map. But right now, FlipSid, this is their chance to respond before things get too far out of control. Right now, it is going to be a 5-on-4 in their advantage, with Treek being down already for ruLegends as well. And now it's just a matter of where they're going to try and take this execution. The bomb still going to be sitting in spawn, but they do have time to make their move. About 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock here to get in and get this bomb down. And it looks like they are going to be rotating here over towards the A bomb site. Snox going to be working his way into mid with Vise, but Excuer, they cannot forget that this guy likes to play in this A connector, and they need to be careful of that positioning, but it looks like they may just decide to go out for the A long peak first, but still, Vise with the bomb in hand. Looks like he actually is going to try and work his way up mid. Excuer, though, he may have backed off here, but it is going to be up to him to hold off this initial push. He's actually going to divert back onto that bomb side, but right now it is going to be all about him on this A execution. It is going to be a 5-man split onto the bomb side. Excuer, he's going to have to get at least 1, if not 2 or 3 to hold on. We saw him get 3 and a 4th with a Deeg to end it last round, and he's going to have to do something incredible once again. Excuer going to run into some trouble. Here comes the push from FlipSid. He still hasn't been taken down yet, but he is very low on HP. Arza is going to go down. Snox gets the kill onto Excuer, and now it's going to be a 5-on-2, make it a 5-on-1. Drace all alone, and FlipSid gets a much-needed round to answer back here.
Definitely FlipSid playing that well. Unfortunately, FaZe didn't get the initial kill there from A-top, but it doesn't matter though. Regardless of whether he misses the shot or not, FlipSid have full confidence. They go ahead, go in for the push, and they, you know, take it very cleanly. We do have a B-side push, or a B-bond push here coming out from ruLegends slightly. Looks like they're wanting to grab some information. Probably, yeah, Treek on that sniper, holding that angle, holding the angle towards the right side of B long. If you're looking at FlipSid's perspective, 2 players over towards that A bomb side, 1 on A top, one towards elevator boxes, but FlipSid dropping the bomb over towards B. So let's see what they do. They are playing things a little bit slow here. 1 minute and 50 seconds left on the clock. It is 3-2, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, this is still the first half. This is anyone's game. And let's see what happens. FlipSid looking for a pick. They're going to start rotating over towards that A, and they're probably going to do the 4-man A long contest to see if they can get themselves any entries. We do have one ruLegends player pushing up here, and he's going to pay the price. Arthur will go down to Dennis. Nade goes out as well. We've got 2 players rotating from ruLegends. We've got a 3rd in B control as well. But FlipSid playing this smart, playing this well. More nades coming over towards that A long, but it looks like FlipSid are done contesting. Bomb in spawn. 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock here, and let's see what they do. They should probably gear up for a B take, regardless of whether ruLegends do have a player on bridge and CT ready for a fast push. Nonetheless, so they kind of overthrow Treek and possibly make it to box room. And providing they still have flashes, be able to flash out the CT players and take the bomb site. But nonetheless, though, 50 seconds left on the clock, and I think they're probably going to head over towards A. They do have 3 players right around that corner. Bomb still surfacing around B. And yet, this is going to be a B take, I think. This should be a B take or a mid take. Yeah, it's going to be a B take.
Right now, Treek, he's still going to be holding this angle, but they are going to be storming into mid here, but it actually might be a forced push out of A connector. They're going to send 4 players into A connector. A very interesting strategy here, but it's going to be up to FaZe to get this information on the initial peak here. But he's going to run into some trouble if he doesn't check his corner on the right here. He's going to be caught. It's a triple kill coming out from FaZe, and they're still looking for more here. Excuer, he gets 1 from A top, and he's going to come in and try and clean it up with Snox. He will get 2, but ruLegends pick up a huge round, thanks to FaZe, but they have to be giving a little bit of heat in that situation to FaZe for not checking that corner.
Yeah, FaZe was just too tunneled and getting himself an AK, which is why he ran out with the deagle in his hand. And yeah, he paid the price, but that got the freest kill. FaZe got the freest kill onto him, but nonetheless, so the 2 additional ones that he got really did pay off. 4-2, 2-team ruLegends here. And FlipSid may just possibly. FlipSid, what they should have done is really just gone towards that B bomb side. If they could overthrow Treek, most likely they could. I mean, Treek is, the moment he misses the first shot, he should be dead, considering it is a push. But nonetheless, so that does suck, and it looks like it may just happen right now, though. They're all shifting over towards that B long area. Treek misses the shot, though. Does take a lot of damage. FlipSid need to be fast and swift in this execute. They can't afford to waste time. It looks like Vice is actually going to back off. There was a rotate coming out from ruLegends there. Their bridge player has actually rotated over towards Candy. Their CT player is a little bit closer towards B as well. Nade goes out. It looks like Treek is actually going to swap positions that they feel more comfortable with the rifler on deck. Probably playing over towards headshot box. FlipSid now going to take things a little bit slow. Wait for some of the players to start rotating back and forth once again and see if they can gear up for another take. And it looks to be just that. A minute and 15 seconds left on the clock. Smoke is down towards that B long area. B box room area. Probably going to wait out this smoke and then get ready to execute. Dennis probably going to be the first one. Dennis is a hardcore entry fragger, remember, guys. For team FlipSid. Drace holding the angle on the right side CT headshot box. And Nade will go in. The execute will happen as well. Flash goes in as well. Drace completely flashed. Decides to drop off, actually. Will get punished there from Snox. Snox with the double kill. Still spraying through the smoke. It doesn't matter, though. Asa does find one onto him, onto Dennis. 7 picks up Asa. And Exua is there to get that trade kill. But that leaves things in a 3v2 situation here in favor of team FlipSid. Bomb is dropped. They need to pick it up sometime soon and get that pressure down onto them. 1 player in CT, 1 player on bridge. And 25 seconds left on the clock here. Bomb should go down very shortly. They're allowing 1 player to cross, so he's actually in sight, and they should be setting up a crossfire real soon.
Right now, though, it is going to be Treek and Excuer working their way back in, but they don't know FaZe and Snox are both in this corner, and FaZe gets the perfect repeat. A great double setup there on that staircase to pick up a round and bring it 1 step closer to a tie here. It is going to be a 3-4 scoreline as ruLegends continue to hold on to this one by 1, but still, FlipSid, they're starting to close the gap here. Right now, FaZe gets the opening peek. Treek goes down through mid, and now it is going to be FlipSid with a chance to bring this to a tie here. It's going to be up to this A hold. I think they're going to go for the challenge on Excuer here, but now ruLegends, they are already down 4v5. Treek out of the mix. And it is going to be a difficult A-hold with just 1 player, but Snox and Dennis, they seem eager to take this challenge here, and they are just about ready to go for the peak here. Dennis and Snox still eagerly waiting with Excuer. He wants the challenge here. He wants the chance to try and get this counter pick from A-top, and he's been so successful on this bomb site so far, but right now, more than ever, FlipSid are looking for that tie, and they don't want to give up this numbers advantage that they have created for themselves. But it looks like they are going to be favoring slightly towards A, but the bomb's still sitting on the mid bridge here, guys. And it is going to be, looks like a player pushing up A long here. It's going to be Arza. It's going to be an interesting challenge, though. If he doesn't look up, Snox should easily be able to tap this headshot here. Right now, though, Snox, he's going to be shifting back. And he's actually going to play for Dennis to trade, and this is going to be a difficult situation for ruLegends. They are just not ready to challenge this one. FaZe and Snox both pick up kills, and this is FlipSid's chance to tie this one up, guys. FaZe and Drace, they're going to be working their way back toward this A bomb site, but they're a little late on the rotation, and FaZe is ready to answer with yet another frag on the board. And that leaves FaZe all alone in a 5v1. As he tries to clean things up, it's going to be a difficult situation, though. He does manage to get 1, but that will be it. And just like that, a 3-1 lead turns into a 4-4 tie.
Yeah, FlipSid finally stepping up here and, you know, reading ruLegends really well, in my opinion. And let's just see who gets this 1-round advantage. FaZe now headed over towards that A bomb site, probably looking to get that initial kill onto Treek, but Treek is actually no longer there. Treek is actually spotting mid. And FlipSid once again are going to be taking things slow. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left on the clock. Bomb dropped over towards B. Now, generally what I have noticed about European teams is, depending on where they drop the bomb site, if it's closer towards B or closer towards A, they usually wait out the round, see if they can get a pick or 2, and then execute towards the bomb site where the bomb is dropped closer to. That's generally what I, have noticed.
Yeah, it's definitely something I've noticed as well. They tend to place it where they want to run in case somebody dies. They don't want to have it in their hands, though, to give away that position of the bomb. But right now, it looks like we may see a potential peek onto A top here. I know FaZe is always eager to go for that challenge, but this time he's actually going to be rotating into mid to see what he can find. So far, though, it is going to be a 3-man stack towards A coming out from ruLegends. They try to go for a pick here onto Dennis, but they're actually going to back off and leave Excuer there. But still, FlipSid just waiting for someone to try and rush out on the GR side of things. But ruLegends, they continue to play the patience game here, and it's going to be forcing FlipSid to make the first move on this final round of the half. But FaZe, he's definitely stepped it up in these past few rounds, putting himself on 10 frags in the half. And it looks like the bomb is going to be rotating its way into the B tunnels now, just leaving FaZe alone here to watch that mid push. But it looks like they are ready to go into B barn here. And it's going to be Vise leading the charge, clearing barn. And right now it's going to be up to FaZe to really hold off this push. We saw what he can do earlier in the day, though. He's been an incredible player. But right now it looks like they are going to be actually going into the lower B tunnels. It could be a potential mid execution here coming out from FlipSid. And it might be a good time to do it here, as they could actually collapse towards A from this. But right now it looks like they're going to go for some sort of wraparound onto the B bomb side. But it's going to be up to this execution here from Vise. He's going to have to play the distraction game, but it's not going to matter. They can't even get through Treek in mid. And then it's going to be a complete shutdown, 3-for-1 trade. Vise and FaZe, they're all alone now. And it's going to be Arza with the triple kill on the board. And that is going to be a huge flaw coming out from FlipSid, as it's going to be Arza picking up the quad kill. And it looked like FlipSid had the perfect idea there, but ruLegends just wasn't going to have it.
Yeah, so Vise did have the perfect play there to sort of push out, but he got flashed. And the moment he got flashed, he just fell back. He was gonna have none of it. And unfortunately, ruLegends with the rotating CT, they read it, and they knew. But you know, FlipSid ain't out of this yet. They're only down 1 round. So let's see what they do. I'm surprised also with that 4K didn't do that hype and, you know, throw up his hands and, you know, sort of shout out something in Russian as you do, right?
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Look at Vise on your screen here, looks super serious. So does Treek as well. So let's see how they play this second half. And again, we have to remind ourselves 10-5 ruLegends against AG on port. So, you know, it won't be a surprise that they take this map from them, possibly.
Yeah, and right now it is a situation where FlipSid, I still see them being able to bounce back on this one. The thing I notice about ruLegends is they are a bit more passive of a team, and on your blacklist side, that really can come back to haunt you. We saw what FlipSid did to the blacklist half of Freedom, and if they can continue to abuse blacklist halves as they do, FlipSid could have a good opportunity to read this. And it looks like it's going to be a B push coming out here. The question is FlipSid prepared for this? And it's going to be Vise and Dennis trying to hold on here, but so far it is going to be a 2-for-2 trade. But Drace, he's going to pick up the double kill, and now things are looking very positive here, as it is going to be a 3-on-2 situation. ruLegends looking to hold on to the lead. The bomb's going to be planted, and now Snox will go down as well. It's going to be FaZe left in a 1-on-3 clutch situation, but he does get the nade kill, and now it's just going to be Treek and Arza in his way. FaZe definitely with the HP advantage to do this, but only 20 seconds on the clock. He has to make his move, and he has to make it swiftly here. It's going to be a push out of B barn onto the bomb side, but Treek, he doesn't see him, and he spots the other player. FaZe picks up one, the 1v3, now down to a 1v1. FaZe looking for the kill onto Treek. Is he going to be able to get it, though? He gets the 1v3, just enough time to defuse the bomb, and it is going to be FlipSid Tactics picking up a huge round.
An incredible clutch there for FaZe, and hey, is that the reason why they picked him up from Penta? I think so. 1v3 for FaZe. Beautifully done. And now, just like that, tied up 5-5 here. And I feel as though the next map, if FlipSid take this first map, they should be able to steamroll on sub-base here, but it doesn't matter. The ruLegends going to try again with this B-side push. Also just full flash. FlipSid not going to yet contest. They're going to actually fall off here. Put one player over towards the stairs watching B-box room and one player towards headshot box. But ruLegends realize this, or probably going to call out, let's move back. We got the fans cheering on for Vici Gaming here, as I think they just won that game.
Yeah, Vici Gaming playing in the background, the audience loudly supporting them, but right now it is going to be FlipSid looking to take their first lead on this map in quite some time. But if there was a map that ruLegends was meant to win, Port seems to be the map they should win. But if FlipSid can take this away, they will definitely be sitting very confident going into sub-base. But right now, it looks like ruLegends is going to be grouping just outside of A connector to work their way into this A execution. Snox going to be the one defending from A top, though. The question is, will he be ready to react here? But Snox, he still hasn't made his presence known, but it's going to be 2 brilliant headshots on the entry, and now just like that, they fall like dominoes in 7 as the lone own man, but it's not even going to be him lasting very long, as that's just going to be a beautiful execution from ruLegends there.
Yeah, beautiful execution there from ruLegends. You know, played it perfectly. Not much you could do about that. The moment you miss a couple of your shots towards a top and then just get full flash, you're just going to get overthrown. But ruLegends, though, gearing up towards this A-take here. FaZe gets an initial kill onto Arthur there. Still pushing up. Nades coming out as well. Looks like one player really close towards that elevator box, though, but it doesn't matter. The Snox takes out Drace. Does get instant traded by Exio. FaZe is there, though, with the trade as well. FaZe now drops over down towards CT, reloading that pistol. Left on 27 HP. Player swings out wide there, which is FaZe. Collects himself the double kill onto 7. Also, 2 players left alive here now. 14 FlipSid, even 2v2 situation, though, but this is going to be a retake. Please do not go through CT. Going through CT on the retake alone is a death wish. Do not want that to happen right now. Both players need to stick together here. Probably think about yep, there we go. Vase, sorry, with an incredible kill onto Vice. And that's going to leave things down in a 2v1 situation here. All up to Dennis, who's only on 50 HP. 2 shots away. Does have a flash round. Going to waste it over towards up top, though. But it doesn't matter. The Treek will go ahead and take him out.
And that looked like a round where FlipSid, they really started off with the advantage, but just the brilliant plays. I think Vase has to be the best clutch player on this roster for ruLegends. It's time and time again. Every time their backs are against the wall, he somehow finds a brilliant opening to bring it back here for ruLegends. And now they are going to be leading this one, guys, 7-5 on map number 1 here. And it's looking like we could potentially even see exactly what they did to AG with that 10-5 victory. But right now, FlipSid, this is their chance to respond before it gets too far away from them. They could still, with just 2 more rounds on the board for themselves, bring it to a tie. But Danny, I know you are a FlipSid favorite fan going into this. What do you think is going wrong for them so far in this match?
Just these pushes that ruLegends are executing onto them. I mean, it's Blacklist side, and all I've really seen is pushes coming out from ruLegends. Sometimes they don't always go towards that way, but it doesn't matter. The FaZe will collect himself a double kill there onto Vase, and Treek did find the opening pick onto Snox, but it doesn't matter. And that's going to be an early advantage to Team FlipSid 4v3 situation. We do have one player headed over back towards a long. Shots being fired towards that middle as well from the bomb carrier. And FlipSid, though, need to hold their nerve. They need to keep calm. They need to keep cool and just play their game. They still have one player towards a top, one player on CT, right-hand side. And one player on bridge. Candy player, though, will actually go for a peek. Doesn't quite get much, though. And let's see what they do. They still have one player on each bomb side, though, which is good. Drace, though, realizes FaZe peeks out from the right side, will take him out. And now that's going to tie things up. 3v3 situation here. FlipSid very split at this point. They do not want this to happen. They need to group up, but it doesn't look like that is going to happen. Bomb seems to be going over towards a connector. It looks like, though, Drace will actually fall. Numbers advantage goes over to Team FlipSid. 40 seconds left on the clock here. It doesn't matter for ruLegends. They're going to gear up for an A-take. FlipSid already know this. They have a bridge player rotated already. Bomb carrier will go down, which is actually on 7. Collects himself the double kill.
Very nice way to finish that one out. And actually leading into that round, FaZe was the only one above 1 kill, and it's nice to see the rest of the team step up around him now, as it is going to be 7 with a nice 3K in that round. But things are getting very close here, guys. FlipSid just 1 away from tying this one up, but guys, it is a very intense match here. ruLegends, they're just 1 away from losing this lead that they've built for themselves, but FlipSid, they're definitely not a team you can take lightly in these situations. We've seen what FaZe can do, just abusing these players from top A, with 7 kills already in just the 4 rounds of the second half. He's definitely been a great player, but Snox steps up to the plate, gets the first kill. It's going to be Vase going down, and that is a great player to get out of the picture here to start off the round for FlipSid. And now it's just a matter of what they can do to hold on and win this one out here. Right now, looks like they are going to be favoring for ruLegends to take this bomb towards B, but they're still very hesitant in doing so. And FlipSid, they seem to have read into this a little bit. They've already got 2 players on this site and 1 on the rotate as well, getting ready to come in. But Drace, he'll be the one leading the charge here. They're going to be smoked off, but it looks like they're just going to wait and try and execute shortly after that. But we actually see Treek. He's going to be working his way into lower to potentially get the flank here. But Dennis, this corner box, we've seen him before. He can do some crazy things from this position. It's just going to be a matter of if he can hit these initial entries. But ruLegends, they're so hesitant to push this. They don't want to challenge anyone on this B bomb side, and it looks like they may actually revert back and take this bomb towards mid or A, but they're starting to run out of time as well, and it almost seems like they're unsure of where they want to run this one, but it looks like they are finally going to try and go back towards A, but it may not matter. Snox picks up another one, and that's going to be 2 kills on the round for him, as they have a 5-on-3 advantage now for FlipSid, and still the bomb hesitating. The bomb actually pushing mid alone, while the rest of the team pushes towards B. This could be a huge mistake. The bomb now lagging behind and now working in the B tunnels, but with just 30 seconds, they need a brilliant execution to take control of this bomb site here. The rotation's already coming in, but it may not matter. They're going to get a 2-for-none exchange on these B bomb site defenders, and this is a great opportunity for ruLegends to stay on the board and keep the lead, but FaZe, he's already gotten one on the rotation, and Drace and Executor are both very low here, and this is going to be a very difficult round now for ruLegends to hold on to. It's going to be Snox picking up his 3rd of the round. Drace now left alone in a 1v3. Snox with the quad kill in this round, and that is definitely a huge awakening from him in this match.
Yeah, Snox definitely the person we said to look out for. Core players of Team FlipSid are always going to be Snox, Dennis, and FaZe, and there we go, Snox stepping up to the plate there with that quad kill. But score currently right now though is tied up 7-7 here, and let's see what ruLegends can do. I'm expecting them to go back towards the pushes that they were doing. It did allow them to pull up quite a lead, but FlipSid are stacking 3 players towards this B long area and 1 player towards B control as well. In the meantime, the ruLegends on the opposite side sending 3 players towards connected. They're probably going to gear up for an A take here. They only have 1 player towards A. FlipSid have read this round completely, have read this round completely wrong. ruLegends are ready to execute here. Base is already going to drop down behind the box. Smokes will go out, flash as well. Looks like one of their players will drop down over towards the ladder. That was Snox, so he's going to get completely eradicated there by Asa, but that should be okay for FlipSid here. They should be ready for this retake. They do have 1 player from ruLegends going to be watching back along for any flank, and it looks like we do have someone ready for that flank as well on his way, and this doesn't look good for FlipSid right now. 3 players over towards the bridge. It looks like, Vi's on that flank from A-Long. Asa read that well, picks him up. And I don't think this round is going to go in the way of FlipSid. 2 players speaking out from CT. Looks like Flash goes in. They're going to go ahead and execute. Pushing in here. Also holding the angle, but it doesn't matter. The Executor will find the double kill, and Dennis will go down also.
And that just seemed like a round where FlipSid, they just weren't ready to lock down that A bomb site, and ruLegends did a great job of reading the setup and abusing their positioning here. And now that's going to put them back on top, 8-7, and now they're going to try and double this one down with a nice push towards B. It's going to be a 2-for-2 trade. It's going to be up to Vice to hold this one off, but he isn't going to be able to make it happen. It's a 3-on-2. FlipSid struggling here. 7, he's already rotated in. He's going to have to make a huge impact, though, to try and hold this one out for FlipSid. Right now, though, it is going to be a 2v3 as FlipSid tries to work their way back into this bomb site. 7 and Snox, the last 2 remaining players here, but Vase, he's going to be aggressively holding here from the headshot box. 7, he has to be careful on this execution. He's actually going to spot Vase's head there. If he can sneak behind here onto this corner box, 7 could be in a great position to stall this one out, but it is going to be Vase creeping up, but it doesn't matter. He gets the double kill, and it's going to be 7 looking for more here. He can't seem to find it, though, but it doesn't matter. Snox gets the trade.
Oh my
and
God.
Just like that, a retake that should not have been able to happen goes exactly their way.
Huge. 7 going huge in that retake along with Snox. And that is exactly what FlipSid needed. Tying things up once again, 8-8.
And it almost reminds me there of Vase missing that shot and just completely not noticing a player right next to him. That kind of reminds me of what happened to Michael DRK earlier against Rambo. Just the same situation where you'd expect someone to see someone that close to them, but sometimes you just look the opposite direction at the worst possible time.
And the worst thing is, like, the person who was sat next to him is the moment you die in Crossfire Stars, the rule states the moment you die, you have 3 seconds to call. Because like your screen actually fades to a black screen once you're dead. After that, you cannot make a call. Whether you spot that player or not, you cannot say anything.
Yeah, and right now it is as close as this match can get going into the last 2 rounds, 8-8, all tied up, but it's going to be up to ruLegends to make their move here. They're on the blacklist half, and they're going to be the ones that have to force this forward aggression here. But this is a big round for both of these teams. Snox boosted it into a connector, but he's going to be the one who has to support, but he may not need any help here. FaZe on A top, starts it with one, gets the double kill, and he finally isn't going to go down. No, he hits the shot. That's 3 kills on the board for FaZe. That's going to leave FaZe all alone, but it doesn't matter. 7 cleans it up with 2 of his own, and that is going to be FlipSid making a huge statement here to put their match point opportunity up on the board. But actually map point opportunity now, since it is a best of 3, but FlipSid definitely making a big statement on that round. But FaZe, he has been a monstrous threat here for the side of FlipSid. A nice triple kill on that round as well. And Danny, they are just 1 away from doing this.
Yeah, 1 round away here for Team FlipSid to take the first map. And unfortunately for Snoxo, he got eradicated, I think, by Asa there. Probably Exua, they did actually spot him and he just got deleted. They had the brilliant of idea to put him into A connector. Couldn't quite capitalize, but what does it matter though? FaZe stepped up, he collected the 3-piece, and then 7 closes the round out. And now, as you mentioned, match point here for Team FlipSid. They have 2 players over towards that A side here. FaZe missing the shot though. 2 nades will go over, and it looks like now they're going to probably head over towards this B side, trying to sell a possible fake here onto Team FlipSid, but I think Team FlipSid are probably already aware of this. They do have 2 players over towards B, 1 playing in Candy as well, and yet ruLegends going to start moving over towards that B bomb side. FlipSid should be ready for this. They do have their 2 A players trying to be a little bit cautious, and yet they still do have a mid player as well. CT rotate coming out as well from Team FlipSid. They should be ready for this push. Flash grenade goes in here, and looks like also completely blind, but FaZe gets the shot through the flash. Exua does find the kill on Vice here. 7 steps up as well. Trades the kill up. Bomb is going to get planted here. Shots coming out from FaZe as FaZe was on that flank. Dennis finds the kill onto Asa as well. Treek though, trading up onto Dennis here. Treek finds himself a double kill onto Snox. It's a 2v1 situation here, not in the favor of ruLegends. And 7 closes the game out. Or should I say closes the first round out, first map out for Team FlipSid. 10-8.
Very close, down to the wire situation, but I think looking at everyone's performance, everyone had a great individual performance, but I think it really came down to, in that situation, the fragging difference between FaZe and Treek. We really saw FaZe come alive at a whole new level that Treek, he just wasn't able to keep up with here. And now, Danny, they are just 1 away from making Europe appear in yet another grand finals.
Yeah,
here.
If they can make Europe appear in another grand final, I will be so happy, and so will they. I mean, a little inside information about Team FlipSid. Because of their sponsors, this is the first time their sponsors have actually been represented in China. So, you know, in terms of like in terms of the game, aside from that, like from the sponsor side of view, this is huge for them.
It definitely is, and I mean, just doing tons of work for the European scene in Crossfire as well, showing that a Western team competes at this high of a level and still does so well. I think they're going to be well on track to make it happen.